Hello students, in this video I am sharing you the concept of sentences in English. Yesterday class I explained you that what is the process of English learning. No? Today we are going to discuss about what are the different kinds of sentences in English. Generally students learn different words in English, but making sentence they face so many problems. Why? Because they don't know the proper structure and they don't know how to make it in a proper way. So that here I am sharing you what are the different types of sentences available in English and how to make them. First come to the definition of word. Generally word, we know that word is nothing but a group of letters which gives a complete meaning. So generally so many words we learn in English no after starting the learning English. So those all words are the combination of letters and that definitely gives a complete meaning. Simply you take anything, I given some of the examples like king, friend, learn. So whatever the letters you learn, A for apple, B for bath, ball, cat, like that, all the words are group of letters. Those give a particular meaning. And after the words what you learn, you try to make the sentences using that words. Then how to make the sentence and what are the sentence, we'll see. Sentence is a group of words which gives a complete meaning. So here same in the way how the word is a group of letters, the sentence is also a group of words which gives a complete meaning. Then you have to know how to make the sentences. So that here I given the structure of sentences. Generally when you want to make a sentence, you follow the structure that it should consist subject, verb, object. Generally this is the formation of English sentence. In every language we have a particular structure of a sentence. So especially in English we have a structure that it starts with subject and it follows with verb and object. Shortly we can say that subject, verb, object, like this also. And then you should know what is a subject and what is a verb and what is an object. When come to the subject, it's the main part of the sentence which may be a person, place, thing or an idea performing the action. The person who are doing the action, that is treated as subject. And the verb is nothing but it describes an action. What action is going on in that particular sentence, that action is known as verb. And on which a verb performing an action is known as object. In this way in English sentence we have these three main components: subject, verb and object. Then you can write using this structure so many examples, like here I have written I write a letter. Simply here I is a subject, write verb, a letter, object. So like this you can make so many sentences using the structure subject place, verb place, object. And in the second example I have given Rama killed Ravana. Here who is the main person of the sentence? Rama. Subject. What he did? Killed. Verb. And whom he? Ravana. Ravana is object. In this way every sentence follows this formation. And when come to the next one, how many types of sentences are there in English? Generally everyone writes different sentences, and everywhere where we use a language definitely will write the sentences. Then while writing you have to identify that which type of sentence you are writing, what it is, how to write it. So that generally here we have 4 types of sentences in English: assertive or declarative sentence, imperative sentence, interrogative sentence, exclamatory sentence. So mainly these 4 categories are there in English. 4. In that one, first one, assertive are also called as declarative. Simply a sentence which declares or asserts something, that is called as declarative sentence. It declares something and it begins with capital letter and ends with full stop, and it gives a complete meaning of the sentence. Nothing but it consists subject, verb and object. It is having these three, that is called as, it gives the complete meaning of the sentence. So here I have given some examples. I bought a car. Here subject is there, verb is there, object is there. It is fulfilling all the components of a sentence, and it started with capital and stopped with full stop. So you can identify easily that where it is starting with capital and ending with the full stop. Oh, this is assertive or declarative. It is declaring something. Here it is declaring in the second example. She sings a song. It is declaring that she sings a song. So like that, it declares something and it gives a complete meaning of the sentence. Is it clear? Okay. Next, come to the imperative sentence. So imperative sentence is used to express a command or a request or a wish. Simply, it does not have any particular subject, verb, object formation. It starts with, generally starts with verb, and it ends with a full stop. Once you observe the example, close the door. Who are closing? No subject. Simply, it started with verb and door is the object. Come is a verb and something. Come in. Who is having the operation and nothing is expressed here. Help me. Help is the verb. So, it is starting with verb. You can easily remember that imperative sentence is having no subject. Simply, it starts with verb and it follows with object. This type of sentences are called imperative sentences. Interrogative sentences. These are very important. Why? Because in so many situations we question. So question type sentences are known as interrogative. A sentence which asks a question and it ends with a question mark. The sentence which is ending with the question mark, you have to identify that is an interrogative sentence. And it starts with helping verbs and question words. So you know, I think so, helping verbs am, are, is, was, were, do, does. And what are WH question words? WH words, what, whom, who. So like that, it starts with those particular words. You can see, are you married? Here we are asking a question. How do you identify question mark is there? So that in writing skills of English also, you have to follow that. You should keep these marks to identify that it's a interrogative sentence. If you keep the full stop, it's wrong, because it ends with a full stop means maybe the people think that it's a simple declarative sentence or imperative sentence. So that you should be very careful. If you are going to ask a question, you should end with question mark symbol. Do you go to market? We are asking a question. So that how do you identify it's a question? First, it starts with helping verb or WH words and ends with question mark. So in this way, you try to write more examples on this one. I have given some examples. You try to practice with more examples. Fourth one, exclamatory sentence. Exclamation is nothing but expressing a sudden feeling or emotional feeling. Suddenly something happens in our life. We say, oh my God, alas, what a beautiful flower. So like that, to express some feelings or some sudden emotional feelings or some sudden happening things or cry related to the cry things, and we use these exclamatory sentences. And how it ends? It ends with a particular symbol, exclamatory mark. Here I have given some examples. Oh, how tragic. It's a sorrow situation. What a beautiful house. What a surprise. So here you observe. So when you want to mention, definitely you have to mention with exclamatory symbol. So like this, 4 sentences are having different things and different purposes. Declarative, simple, and it gives complete meaning. Imperative starts with helping verb and follows with object. No subject will be here, and generally start with verb and ends with full stop. Here also it ends with full stop. Comes to the interrogative and exclamatory. Interrogative, we can easily identify that it starts with helping verb and question words and ends with question mark. Exclamatory, exclamatory symbol. So you have to underline these main parts: sudden emotional feeling, Here it's a question, you remember like these questions. Commands, request, and it is a full complete meaning sentence. Now what you do after just you following this video, you try to write more examples on this sentences concept. Otherwise you take a book and you read a paragraph and try to identify the sentence type. Is it a declarative or a imperative or interrogative or exclamatory? By doing this exercise, you come to know so many things like what are the different sentences are available in English. Thank you guys.